Morning, Abotai, Erev Shabbat Shalom. This coming Shabbat is Shabbat Chazon, which means the Shabbat before Tisha B'Av. Not only that, the Shabbat is Tisha B'Av and the fast is postponed until Sunday. Therefore, there are some special dinim that apply this year. So please listen very carefully. I'll try very much to condense it. This coming Shabbat, according to the minhag of the Sfaradim, based on the Shulchan Aruch, it's a completely regular Shabbat without any differences. Which means you're allowed to learn as usual, everything as usual, until Shki'ah, until sunset of Motzei Shabbat. Now, here's the thing. By Seudah Shlishit of tomorrow, you're allowed to eat meat and drink wine and eat whatever you want. You're even allowed to sing Zmirot Shel Shabbat, but it should be the meal should be a little bit more toned down, because in regular years, this would have been the Seudah Mafseket, so no laughing, no, things like that. But you're allowed to sing Shira Shabbat. You have to stop eating by Shki'ah, which means Shki'ah is a few minutes after 8, so let's say by 8 o'clock you have to be done eating. Now, if you happen to be wearing leather shoes, and obviously you're still wearing Bigdei Shabbat, you don't change out immediately at Shki'ah, because you have to be Mosif Mechol Al HaKodesh. You have to add on from the weekday onto the Kedusha of Shabbat, so you stay like that for a few minutes afterwards, about 20 minutes or so after Shki'ah. 20 minutes or half an hour after Shki'ah, you can say, Baruch HaMabdil ben Chodesh Lechol. Then you take off your leather shoes if you happen to be wearing them, you take off your Shabbat clothes, and you change into your weekday clothes and into your non-leather shoes. Now again, just because you change your clothes doesn't mean that Shabbat is over. Shabbat isn't over until at least 40 minutes after Shki'ah. If you do like the Gaonim, if you do Rabbeinu Tam, then you wait longer. Whatever you do in a regular week for Melacha, Motzei Shabbat, to do Melacha on Shabbat, you do this Motzei Shabbat as well. Then you go back to Shul for Arvit. There is no Havdalah on Motzei Shabbat. This coming Motzei Shabbat, no Havdalah at all. Not for men, not for women. In Shul, men will be saying the bracha of Borei Me'orei Ha'esh on Havdalah candle. It's usually passed around after Amidah, before Megillat Eicha. Women who are not coming to Shul, or anybody who's not coming to Shul, should make Birkat Borei Me'orei Ha'esh at home alone. That's it. Regular Havdalah should be left until Sunday night after the fast. You make Havdalah on a cup of wine, no besamim, no candle. Now, with regards to, there are those this year that don't necessarily have to fast, which is in general, any Tisha B'Av, a Choleh doesn't fast. This year specifically, although in general, pregnant and nursing women have to fast, this Tisha B'Av, which is Dahui, pregnant and nursing women do not have to fast, according to Maran Zechron Bracha in Yabia Omer. According to Halacha, pregnant means a woman that's past her first trimester, which means after the first 3 months of pregnancy. Nursing means physically nursing, not just within 2 years of childbirth. So that's very important, unless obviously, sometimes you can have a woman who's pregnant less than 3 months into pregnancy, she's mamash not feeling well. Over there, she could be patur, not because of pregnancy, she could be patur from the fast because of being a cholah. That's a different story. Let's put that on the side. For those people who are exempt from the fast of Tisha B'Av, according to the letter of the law, they don't have to fast at all. They can already eat from Motzei Shabbat. Usually that's not going to happen because you already ate a good Seudah Shlishit, and now you're full until the next morning at least. Now, here's the thing. There's machloket poskim whether or not a person who's patur from fasting on a year like this year on Tisha B'Av, when does he make Havdalah? When does he or she make Havdalah? Maran Zechron Bracha used to say that they should wait until Sunday during the day sometime right before they eat to make Havdalah. But in Chazon Ovadia, he changed his mind and he says no, even though they don't plan on eating or drinking until Sunday, they should make Havdalah immediately upon Motzei Shabbat with a cup of wine and Birkat HaMabdil ben Chodesh Lechol. Either which way is fine. Now here's the catch. The halacha is, if there's somebody at home who's not fasting and is making Havdalah, anytime this year, if anybody who's breaking their fast, he can't eat without Havdalah. So if they're making Havdalah, the halacha is that they're allowed to be motzi, they're allowed to include anybody else in the household in their Havdalah, even though they are still fasting. That's with regards to that. Now, with regards to Tisha B'Av, during the day, it's all of the same halachot, besides for, there's other people who are exempt from the fast. If there's a Brit Milah this coming Sunday, on Tisha B'Av, the 3 Ba'alei Berit, Avia Ben, Mohel, and Sandak, they are exempt from the fast. They pray early Mincha, then they go bathe, they do the Milah, and then after the Milah, they break their fast. Everybody else, in order to partake of Seudat Mitzvah, they wait until after the fast is over. This year, after the fast is over, you make Havdalah like we said. Those who didn't hear Havdalah should make Havdalah on their own. And if you want to break your fast this year on meat, it is completely mutar to do so. Just a change in schedule with regards to Shabbat, there's going to be 2 minyanim for Mincha 2, and 6. The earlier minyan is going to have the Daf Yomi, and children's programs afterwards. Also change in the schedule for Sunday morning. Please listen very carefully, because Sunday morning the tefillah is longer than usual because of the kinot and things like that. So the first minyan is going to be at 5:30 a.m., 5:30, which is, it's going to be net. Second minyan is going to be at 7, and that's just basically that. Anything else with schedules and whatever, we sent out the schedule. You can look outside. Everything is posted. Shabbat Shalom, and have an easy and meaningful fast.